What's going on, guys? This is Empty Box, and this is some random iRacing Indy fixed for the sake of the fun. Anyways, this is practice. Race will be here in about 20-25 minutes, somewhere thereabouts. 15 past the top of the hour, whatever that is. 20 minutes. Well, if you almost jumped in this race, you should jump in this race because, I mean, why watch a stream when you could be in a race? I mean, I'm probably not supposed to say that because that's like probably the last thing you're supposed to say for your viewers and all that, but I mean, come on. Realize something. Sorry, gotta kind of adjust some things here. Turns out when you have everything set up for virtual reality, some things just kind of get a little bit out of order, out of whack. But I think we're good. Yeah, hopefully this Pocono doesn't hate me. Hopefully things go a little bit better. And my goodness, those signs down there in turn 1 are just huge. This track is brought to you by Jacob. He's a good guy, Jacob. I mean, he's got the freaking biggest sign you could possibly freaking imagine. Just had to make sure I know where the mute button is. Alrighty, why are we running around in 6th? Man, those signs down in turn 1 are just so ridiculously large. SB Blakely 777, I don't know, because honestly I haven't raced this car since Homestead, and they've done some updates to it since then. Am I testing a tune? No, this is a fixed setup. We're just killing some time here before the race. Again, the race will be about 15 minutes or so from now, so those of you guys watching this on the YouTube post race, you can probably skip ahead about 15 minutes because this practice will probably just be me driving around in circles and trying to go 2,387 miles an hour once again. Some aero push, but nothing like before, which should hopefully be the way it should be, honestly. What did I think about St. Pete? And am I excited for the oval debut of the UAK, the Universal Aero Kit, the new 2018 IndyCar Aero? I thought St. Pete, by St. Pete standards, now admittedly St. Pete, it's a very difficult track to pass on and race on. It's always been that way, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. You know, with 700 horsepower plus downforce and all that stuff. But, yeah, I thought it was a pretty good race by St. Pete standards, and definitely was a bit of proof that the new car, the new aero works, and that ground effects is the way forward, which we already knew. But, so good on that. In terms of the oval aero debut, that's still not for a good long while. That won't be until May. There is Phoenix, of course, before then, but they still run the short oval aero there, which is just the road course with lower wing angles. So it's pretty much the same. I'm interested to see how Phoenix plays out, though. Because after the test, the teams were complaining, not that there was too much push, but that the cars just didn't have the rear end grip coming out of the corners. Was one of the things that they kept complaining about. So I think that might be something that is fixable, but we'll see here. Nah, I wasn't too afraid to race Michigan last week. Just kind of one of those things where there's only so much time, and you know, with racing the NIS series, you know, this is the time slot that I'd generally be running that series. And obviously, it's not because I prefer NASCAR or anything like that, because I certainly do not. But it's just kind of one of those things where I feel like running an actual full series for once. And plus, I'm going to be racing this car for the next 3-4 years anyway, so I'm in no hurry, you know? There'll be plenty of time to race this car. White Ferraris in Australia. You know, the funny thing is, I don't understand why all the teams, well, not all the teams, but while some of the teams are butthurt about it, like, you know, okay, if there's something actually fishy going on in terms of, you know, the whole technical partnership and everything between Haas and Ferrari, like, that's one thing. But if they just basically out and out copied the car the best they possibly could within the, you know, limitations, like, fair play, you know? I mean, anyone can do that, and that's how Formula 1 works, you know? Team comes up with one thing, and then, you know, six weeks later, if even that, depending on what it is, everybody's got that on the car, because that's the new thing, you know? So I don't understand it, but I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't upset that the Haas's blew up / had tires fall off. I'm definitely in the camp of not really a huge fan of Haas. I know some people will be like, oh, but Murricub. Yeah, whatever. Continental tires in IndyCar. You know, as long as things don't get totally out of hand, which, you know, is always a possibility, I wouldn't have a problem with it. As long as it becomes a tire wear, or alternatively Firestone is exiting on their own volition rather than IndyCar deciding, well, we can only have one tire manufacturer, we can't have a tire war, because whenever there's a tire war, things get stupid quickly, and, you know, we can't have that because of the cost and everything. And as for Alfa Romeo, I honestly don't think that's going to happen. I honestly think that I see this in two different lights. I would really like it to happen. I think there's a possibility that it could happen, but as an IndyCar fan, you know, the last 15 years have told me that just never get your hopes up because things don't go well for IndyCar. Now, granted, it seems like we finally got actual, you know, leadership at the helm, but it only goes so far. Ah! Rip. 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 Doubly rip. Extra rip.
Looks like
extra rippy.
You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button.
Let's take a look at that one here. Yeah, it looks like he just didn't have the grip in it. Nah, this is practice. You can't determine whether or not the track has a thing out for me just based off of this. I mean, this is just screwing around at this point. We're just killing time here. Well, there's one thing I do have to do, and that is crank that steering wheel offset. Because that's the speed hack, just so you know. I think I might have gone a little bit too far. Got the Charlie Kimball mode going on here. Well, whoever comes into IndyCar, if there is indeed a third manufacturer, I do think it is quite likely it will be Cosworth that's actually making the engine. Because they've had an engine supposedly on the board for, you know, what, 6 years at this point? My goodness, it's been 6 freaking years with this formula. Yeah, we're gonna need to tone this down a little bit here. It's a little bit too much steering offset there. I don't know, you know, the next couple years of IndyCar in the real world are going to be absolutely fascinating. Because it really is a crossroads. And it really is going to determine whether or not the series can actually get back to its glory. This is the race, Kenton. This is the practice. Practice. We're in practice right now. We're in practice. The race is going to go up in about 8 minutes or so. And then we'll have qualifying, and then the actual race itself proper. So probably about 15 minutes until the green flag. Now, actually, if you do want an empty box spotter pack, you can go ahead and download the Crew Chief app, which is basically cross-compatible with like every sim out there currently. And if you download the spotter voice packs, there's a spotter that may or may not sound exactly like me. I think his name is Matt in the file. Not saying it's me, but it's me. 1.6 EcoBoost V6. Come on now. If you're gonna aspire for new engines, aspire for something bold. How about like a 3.5 liter V12 EcoBoost? There you go. The IndyCar engine's 2.2 liter V6, not the 1.6. That's Formula 1, that's 1.6. It's no replacement for displacement after all.
Hold your line. Clear.
The app is called Crew Chief. If you just search, you know, on Google, Sim Racing Crew Chief app, you'll find it. It's really popular. A lot of people really like it. It does a lot of really cool stuff. I just personally don't use it because I really don't care for having a bunch of different extra apps and things like that. But I mean, I can't hate it too terribly much considering I did take the time out to make a spotter pack. Although that is one of the things I do have to do sometime. is fiddle around with some of the voice controls and things like that that are out there. In terms of crew chief, there's iRacing digital race engineer, there's voice attack. Some of these things that, you know, with me going to VR mostly, pretty much always now, it's kind of one of those things where you should probably get that set up properly. Now, I don't think we'll have double-digit cautions. Then again, I haven't even checked to see how long the race is. I mean, if the race is 200 laps long, which it obviously is not, then it would be a possibility. But no, it's... I'm going to tentatively set the over-under at 4.5 for the race. And again, I don't even know how long that is, but 4.5 seems about right. Yeah, you're right. This isn't NASCAR. This is Indy fixed. So, I mean, it's kind of a sidestep here, you know? That's the fun. Apparently the race is 50 laps. How do you get half a caution? You don't. It's just that way you don't have, you know, pushes, you know. That's just... It's just lame and not necessarily in the spirit of the fun, you know? Now, I think for the next engine package for IndyCar, which will probably be 2021, there's no question it's not going to be I just don't see there's any chance that it's going to be a V8. I think it's going to be a V6, if not a 4-cylinder. Although, you know, if this Jay Fry guy keeps doing what he's doing, you know, maybe we'll get some 2.65 liter V8s turbocharged. And then we'll all be all like, heck yeah! So apparently this thing just sticks like nobody's business on the high line there. No, I don't think we're close enough for hybrids in IndyCar. I think that's still one of those things where to run hybrid cars and build hybrid powertrains for race cars of this caliber, it's just too expensive. Oh God, when is practice over? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Yeah, that is actually a very good point there. That hybrids on ovals would be pretty pointless. Let's see if we can hold down low here. No, that's definitely going to be a left. I think we just put the guy on the wall with the arrow. And another thing that I totally haven't even thought about in terms of hybrids, what about the fact that if you were talking about an IndyCar hybrid, I mean, these cars have to crash at 220 miles an hour. There's no other series out there where that's, you know, a realistic environment and thing to be actually concerned about. But I just feel like, you know, 220 miles an hour, a car with some batteries, not quite sure how well that would end up working out. I imagine it'd probably be perfectly fine, but, you know, hey. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and join the race here. Hey Box, what's your favorite era of Indy/kart? Easy question. Late 90s. Right before all the wheels fell off the bus. I mean, that was the peak as far as I'm concerned. Although people will say, you know, the early 90s with Manselmania and everything was as good as it got, but anything from the 90s. So let's go in here. Go with +4. +4 seems like a good one. Favorite engine ever to run at Indy? I'm gonna go with that the turbine, the turbine in the Lotus that almost won if it wasn't for the $3 part. Just because, I mean, it's a freaking turbine, man. Put the battery inside the roll bars so it falls out in a crash. But you don't want the battery to fall out in a crash, because if the battery does fall out, then you have debris on track, and batteries are definitely not lightweight, and if a car hits that, it will cause all sorts of chaos. And I gotta turn trading paints on. That's wall. My spotter is so super quiet, but and actually, you know what? Another great answer for the favorite engine in Indianapolis history. The school bus engine. Forget what year it is, but that story alone, some guy literally taking a school bus block and going stuff in the back of a car and going for the Indy 500 glory, yeah? Alright guys, so do we qualify or do we invalidate our laps and start towards the back further? More cars to pass or racing up front? It's all up to you guys. So vote in the chat right about now. Always qual. I can't read this many comments while driving. But it looks like Qualify has taken it here. Although we're told wrong gear, so we're gonna be at the back anyways. Hey, you know what?
One more lap. You have about 2 laps of fuel left.
Words cannot describe just how much joy the RPMs being displayed in text format on the steering wheel brings to me. Alrighty, easy does it. Checkered flag. Where we qualify at. We're in 6th tentatively, car 13. Awesome. Yeah, please, guys, if you guys have any problems with the stream, please do let me know. Because I'm definitely not a streamer, and I do have a crappy upload speed, which is part of the reason why I never stream. But, yeah, I am kind of concerned about that because I do have a crappy upload speed. So, apparently, I came to a stop, and the engine's out of fuel! So, nothing to do for the next minute and a half, I guess. Real talk, does Danica have a chance to win the 500? No. Not at all. She has no chance of winning the 500. Not gonna happen. She'll run reasonably well. Probably finish, I would guess, 10th-ish? 10th to 15th. And, yeah, maybe that. Yeah, it would be funny if Danica got bumped. Although, I will say, you know, I'm not a Danica fan by any means. I'm also not, like, a Danica hater. You know, she's had the career that she's had because of the fact that she's a good-looking woman. You know, we could go down that road, but she's not as bad as some people make her out to be. And you know, when you're talking about Indianapolis, that's the one track that she always ran better at, and it seemed like, you know, if there was going to be a track that she probably would have ended up winning at, besides Motegi in the fuel mileage race, it very well could have been Indy, and it wouldn't necessarily been all that surprising. All right, so let's go back in here. They do have different setups. So we qualified 16th, boys. What the hell? What is this? What is this? I am just okay, I guess this is a thing now. I guess this is like to make it feel like a, you know, race, you know, with the grid walker thing like that, but I kind of cool. It's kind of cool, not gonna lie. You know, it's definitely... Oh my goodness, my look left button is not working properly. Who's singing the anthem? Not me. Not me, alright? Would iRacer survive a 3-wide start at Indy? Hell no! I can barely survive a 2-wide start at Indy. They make us 3-wide, 0.0% chance there. I mean, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Kind of like it. Wouldn't mind seeing more of that.
Left to green. Line up on the outside. Pit road is closed. Catch the 26 car.
Alright, I'm just going to warn you guys during the race, I'm not going to be paying all that much attention to chat. I mean, there's more important things to do, obviously. You know, pass all the cars. So, we got a 50-lap race. I imagine that will necessitate the need for a pit stop. We've got the tiny little incy-beansy, teeny-weeny, cute little mirrors on. Mirrors. Wings. Wing mirrors. See? Yeah. This is the updated Pocono. Alrighty, we're getting ready to go to green flag racing. Alright, I don't like the way this is playing out here. Not 100% confident here. Yeah, 3 wide. Alright, now let's see if that high line in turn 3 works in the race. Not that bad. Whoa! Yeah, we don't want to go 3 wide after seeing that. Got a little power running wide.
Keep high. You're in the middle. 3 wide. Clear inside. 2 wide. Clear outside.
Okay, so these cars quite literally suck. I mean, they're just vacuuming right up on people there. Alright, there we go. Feels like the grip's starting to go away a little bit. Get that first lap or 2. Fresh rubber. Yeah, she's definitely giving up the grip there. Yeah, spinner! Pretty sure that guy just ate the... Nope, he didn't eat the pit wall. No, don't do that in front of me, guys. Come on now. Come on. Thought this guy in the gradient colored car here was just gonna. No!
Car outside.
Ah, there's a guy flying.
Line up, single file. Pit road is closed. Sector 4, car by.
There's a guy flying.
Yellow flag came out. Catch the 4, car.
I want to see the replay of that one because I felt like that white and blue car. He went to the bottom of the track just like on his own volition, and then the next thing you know, I see a white and blue car in my rearview mirror flying through the air. Like, what? What's that? That's not supposed to happen. I didn't see it. Didn't see it look like he was out of control or anything. Next thing you know, he's gone.
Catch the plant, car.
That poor guy there trying to drag it around with no tires on the ground.
Catch the 4, car.
This race has definitely been a little bit sketchy. I mean, we've seen a couple of cars just not necessarily having the best spatial awareness next to one another, and it doesn't make me feel exactly the most confident.
Let the pan car by. Pit road is now open.
You guys don't need to use the access road under the pits.
Everyone else is coming on in. We're right in the middle of the field. Why not? Plus, this way we can find our dude. We are car 13. 13. Where the heck is 13? Good stop, boys. Don't pull a Haas pit stop.
I have no idea what happened.
Yeah, it's
The car came to a complete stop out of nowhere, so I apologize.
Catch
this
the
car came to a
16
complete
car.
stop out of nowhere.
Thankfully, it was on the yellow. Yeah, I've never had that one. Not everyone missed me.
Wait, was the 10 the guy that went flying through the air? I don't know. Let's take a look at it.
Catch
This
the
is so weird
16 car.
because I never have to talk to the cautions, and here I am in the cautions. I'm like, what do I say? This is so awkward. It's so weird. Read chat. Well, I am reading chat, but you guys ain't saying anything, so I mean. Yeah, so it looks like we actually are going to come out exactly where we were. But at the same time, we got fresh rubber, so I'll take it.
One lap to green.
Favorite indie paint scheme of all time? Easy. Easy, easy, easy. Late 90s. Target, Chip Ganassi, get the lightning bolt. Draped over Renard. Just good as it gets. Good as it gets. There is no better. There is no better. Oh, hey, we're going to be in 12th place. I think we started 13th on the caution, so. Favorite rookie this year? The only rookie that... Well, I won't say the only rookie that I know, obviously. I mean, the only rookie that I think has a serious chance is Wickens. Like, there's a lot of people that are like, oh yeah, there's a lot of talent as the rookies this year. I'm like, I'm not quite sure. I mean, Veach isn't bad, and I don't think he'll do terribly, but I don't think he's necessarily ready yet in terms of, you know, actually competing at the front. Whereas, you know, even though Wickens is a rookie, he's not a freaking rookie in any other sense than he's just been running, you know, a totally different series, but still a very experienced racer racing in and against similar caliber competition. So I think there's not a question he'll be Rookie of the Year. I think he'll be pretty much a slam dunk. Alrighty, let's get back at it. A little bit smoother that time around. Just some madness going on here. There is some madness going on here, boys. Alright, this is pretty crazy. Yeah, I have a feeling we're definitely going to be over that 4.5 cautions here. And apparently he must have made it. Nope, he didn't make it. Someone just ate the pit wall attenuator. That's going to leave a mark. That is going to leave a mark. This is what we call having a moment. Think of the implications.
Parabéns, parabéns. Depois falam dos brasileiros.
Something else. So we'll go ahead and pick up a freebie. And we will stay out this time because we did obviously make a stop on the last cycle, so.
Race car exiting board.
What kind of wheel do I use? I use the Fanatec Club Sport version 2 with the Formula rim. For the stock car racing, I've taken to using the Universal Hub with a larger rim, a round rim. That's pretty much all I use that for. Favorite IndyCar driver? You know, obviously, you know, biased because of my age, but Montoya, you know. Not necessarily surprising, you know. Although it is totally surprising because I race along the exact opposite way in these games, but.
Pit road is now open.
And yes, Connor should have had a full-time ride, but to be entirely honest, quite clearly, quite clearly it's working out for the better for
Catch the 5 car. Catch the
for AJ
19
Foyt.
car.
Favorite IMSA team? I don't really have a favorite IMSA team because I don't like I'll watch the IMSA races and I'll enjoy watching them, but I don't really have a rooting interest. And I still just like can't 100% pull for Penske because it's still like I just don't think I can pull for Penske. Even when Montoya was driving for Penske and IndyCar is still kind of like, yeah, okay. I mean, they're the evil empire, but you know, the only team that I don't like in IMSA is just Action Express. For some reason, I just feel like I hate Action Express. I don't even know why. I'll admit, I don't know why. I don't have a problem with their drivers, but for some reason, I just don't like Action Express. And I just, like, the 24 Hours of Daytona, you know, I was a couple years ago. What was it? Not this last year, but the year before that, 2016. No, 2017. When whoever was in the Wayne Taylor car, whichever one of the Taylor bros, bumped the Action Express car, I was like, yes, yes, hallelujah.
One lap to green.
Yeah, these cautions are terrible. Pocono is especially bad because the track is so long, so caution lap is literally 2 minutes long. But hey, join the Air National Guard. You like any political YouTube channels like AIU or Sargon? You know, you just trying to get me in trouble. I can neither confirm nor deny. Nah, I'm not going to talk too terribly much about that because, I mean, then, you know, people don't like politics in their video games, and I'm more than happy to respect that, you know, for the most part. And we'll carry on about our day. Do you want them to rescan Pocono, or are you happy with as it is? They just released this is the new Pocono. Like, you're not. I really think people like greatly overestimate the accuracy of the tracks and everything like that, to the point where like, oh, this track was scanned like 2 years ago, so it's gonna be so entirely different for sim racing purposes. Like, I don't think it's gonna. I would not think it'd make a difference at all that you would actually appreciably notice when we're talking about a track surface that's still relatively new. So we're up to 6th place. Big run.
Outside.
Easy does it, boys.
Clear outside.
Slipstream too strong. Draft OP, please nerf. Highline too glorious. Please buff. Yes. That was like the most predictable move in the history of predictable moves. That high line, though, in turn 3. I have a feeling that's going to be a great place to pass. So we want to kind of back out here.
Inside. Still there. Clear. Car inside.
Twofer! It's a twofer!
Keep digging. You're now in third. The next car's the leader.
I feel like this gearbox isn't giving me the gears when I want them. So back out. I need to be on the power there. It's okay. I have to say, normally I'm a big time believer in the F1 paint scheme rule, that you don't trust anyone driving an Indy car with an F1 paint scheme. But this Red Bull scheme on this car, this guy, I guess he's the 18, directly in front of us, that actually looks spicy. Like, I really quite like that. And plus, I guess, you know, we could just say that it's just one of the Red Bull Indy Racing League cars, you know, from back in the day. Doesn't have to be an F1 paint scheme. He's just a Buddy Rice fan.
Still there. Hold your line. Stay high. There's a car on the low side.
Man, that draft is so strong. All right, we'll see here.
The car inside. Stay high. There's a car on the low side. Clear inside.
No!
Clear inside.
Woo!
Car outside. You're in the middle.
Woo!
3 wide. Outside.
All right, boys.
Stay low. Clear.
That's a 4X. That's a 4X. Yep, that was something right there. Hey, hey, hey.
Outside. Stay low. There's a car on the high side.
I was trying to lift because I wasn't going to make it, and the guy wasn't going to lift because he was coming and trying to set up the run into turn 3.
Still there. Clear.
That was definitely the save right there. That was a pretty big time there.
The yellow flag is out. Line up. Single file. Pit road is closed.
Whew. That was
It's
pretty fun. All right, whoever in the chat was need a reminding of the next caution, go take a smoke break. Smoke break. Not that you should be doing that sort of stuff, you know. It's not healthy for you, and I'd appreciate a long-term viewer, but you know, hey, it's all good, you know. No, seriously, it's all good. Yeah. Who the frick cares, man? Why do people care so much about what other people do with their lives? Like, you know, hey, I'm playing video games, all right? Who am I to judge?
Catch the 16 car.
Smoke like Dick Trickle or David Pearson. Man, totally different times. Totally different times. What track added back to the schedule? Cleveland would be a good addition, although I don't think it's going to happen. Ever. I don't know, do we need fuel? I feel like we might as well take fuel. If I could figure out the freaking... what the heck's going on here. Alright, we will make a pit stop here because I do think this will give us the distance to make it. 30 laps, 2.5 miles.
Road is now open.
So that's about 75 miles. Caution. Yeah, we can do that from here. Alright. One thing I really hate about the new Pocono, though, this whole thing here. Like, the pit road, like, I feel like it's so much wider than what it actually is, and then you are all like, oh yeah, surprise. There's a wall there. Anyways. Yep. I see. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Guess we had to replace some part of the car, even though we were totally fine. Yeah, I assume they put a new front wing on the car, and that's what took so long. I probably would not have bothered forking over all of the track position, but you know, hey, at least we're gonna be fast. Famous last words. I mean, we still got plenty of laps left anyways. Tear-offs and undies. There you go. That's a brilliant multi-million-dollar idea in the making. If you can figure out the execution, you'd be good. Favorite current IndyCar paint scheme? I wouldn't say I really have one. I feel like all the paint schemes in IndyCar this year are just kind of meh. Like, the Andretti Autosport cars do look good. I think they're probably my favorite looking cars. But they're all just so plain, and they've been running the same paint scheme for years now. It's just like, you know? I suppose I do kind of like Bourdais' car with just how ridiculous over the top it is with all the caution tape and everything. You can't miss that car. And yes, I am from Iowa. Yeah, the Schmidt-Peterson cars are both good looking, and you know, you got to throw in Shank and them guys. But again, it's just like they don't necessarily like really excite me. Although I will say, those cars, the Schmidt-Peterson cars under the lights, and do look absolutely gorgeous with that metallic chrome thing they got going on. I totally haven't even been counting how many cautions there are, but I'm just going to assume that whoever was taking the over was correct. So, alrighty, we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Starting here in 14th place.
Going green.
This guy's either going to go super early or he's going to back everyone down.
The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag. Slow car down low.
Alrighty. Okay. Think someone just jumped the start, got black flagged.
Car outside. Still there. Hold your line.
Alright, give me some of that slipstream juice.
Clear outside.
Alright, let's try this again, Monster Energy guy.
Car outside. Clear. Car outside. Clear outside. Inside. Stay high. There's a car on the low side.
No! You nearly put it in the wall there.
You're in the top 10.
Yay, we're back in the top 10, guys. I'm not even gonna bother trying to go for a pass here. Let's try and back out a bit. No!
Car inside. Still there. Stay high. There's a car on the low side.
I can definitely feel like this car has a lot less downforce, though. Definitely feels more slidey. In a subtle but different way.
Did you hit? I don't think I love that.
Alrighty, easy does it now. Easy does it.
Inside. Still there.
Perfect.
Clear.
I don't know, boys. I feel like what I'm seeing and what I've seen is gonna be a bit too spicy here.
Outside. Clear.
Oh goodness, F1 paint scheme! Guys got an F1 paint scheme.
Okay, we're halfway to the finish.
Run away!
Car inside.
Come on! Come on, dude, slide over more. Give me the draft.
Clear.
There we go. Thank you much. It does seem like things have kind of tamed out a little bit. Alright, so we want to be basically right above the third seam in the asphalt. So we got dueling Penske's going on here. And the sixth gear is so friggin' tall, apparently.
Keep high. Still there. Hold your line. Clear.
We're not going to do it, though, because of the draft. Alright, third seam, third seam.
Inside.
Come on!
Stay high. There's a car on the low side.
Yep, we're going to die. We're going to die.
Hold your line. Car inside. Too wide. Clear.
We survived! Let's back out here. Okay, come on, guy. Really? You don't need a race like this. Gotta have a little bit of respect for the position of cars. Come on, we're doing 220 miles an hour.
Still there. Clear.
I mean, I'm all for, you know, good hard racing there, but comes a point where you're just trying to trying to cut it too close to an online game, and you're gonna get netcoded. All right, we don't want that. Too deep. Yeah, high line though in 3 though. Really impressed with it. Woo!
Car outside. Clear outside.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good run down straight here on these guys. And close this gap up in a hurry.
Inside.
Woo!
Still there. Hold your line. Stay high.
Come on, slipstream.
Clear. You're back in fifth.
That high line, man. That high line. All right, let's see if we can do it again here.
Car outside.
All right, are we going to be able to stay there?
Still there. Stay low with the car on the high side. Clear outside. Outside.
Our slipstream range-ish.
Still
We do have the
there.
leverage.
Hold your line. Keep low. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Clear.
All right, he went in too deep. His slipstream should save us from this guy behind. For the most part, at least. I have to say, now that we've kind of eliminated some of the cars, it really seems like the racing is really good out here. Turn 2 just isn't why I want to bother. Just nailed turn 3 there. I think we might be catching these guys up a little bit. So I just kind of want to chill out here unless we can get them in 3. Well, here comes another car joining the fray. We got another willpower behind us.
Outside. Still there. Clear outside. Outside.
Oh joy, we're going 3 wide into turn 2.
Hold your line.
Let's not do this.
Outside. 2 wide. Still there. Outside.
I don't know what that noise was, but I feel like that noise just accurately conveyed that situation right there. That's kind of a little too close there. Or to crunch time 10 to go.
The yellow flag is out. Line up.
Yeah, I was just about to say, hey, are we going to be able to make it on field?
Stop on the track when you're lap now.
But yeah,
Catch the 6th.
Indy fixed is going to Indy fixed. All right.
Gotta go all the way around.
Why not work together, catch the leaders? Because the dirty air is enough that it's not as viable to do the leapfrog game like you might do at like Auto Club or Michigan. Like you just can't keep your speed up
You got 10 laps to
quite
go.
the same. And do we need fuel or not? I don't know. I mean, it's saying 15, but that's not accurate. We'll have 7 laps to go. You know what? Yeah, we should be good. We should be good. So we'll turn that off. Make sure we got tires selected, because I do think everyone's going to come on down and make a pit stop, which means that this restart is going to be hectic. Hectic to say the least. I mean, we got to go. Okay, simple math here. Lap count. 10 laps remaining. We're getting... Crap, it doesn't even say because we cleared the freaking line. Never mind. I thought I was going to be smart, and then... Can we clean your visor, please? No! Free immersion. You never clean the visor. Yeah, the 5.43 miles per gallon on the steering wheel, that's irrelevant here. That's reduced running speed. There's no way you're getting 5.5 miles per gallon around here. Alright, this guy's a 16 car. He should be...
Put my limiter on.
Should be... Where's he at? Is he ahead of us? Or yeah, his cars are like kind of sort of sometimes solid occasionally on pit road in iRacing, sometimes not. Anyways, go buddy, go! Good old NASCAR Thunder? No? No? Yeah.
Line up, single file.
Alrighty, boys. Looks like we're gonna filter on out here into 3rd place.
Catch the 18 car.
This should be fun. On to the green flag. Oh wait, I can't do that. Crack the knuckles, man. Someone stayed out, oh boy. Wait. Did the 8 stay out?
They count for that win. I didn't think anybody at the field left to make it. That stayed out the first time anyway. I'm burning fuel. Yeah, same here.
Face reveal when? Never. Never. Where is the fun in that? I mean, just think. If I were to do a face reveal, you wouldn't be asking for a face reveal. But instead, it's a mystery. I mean, I'm pretty sure like half of you guys out there seem to think that I'm the freaking regular car reviews guy. I'm not the regular car reviews guy. Just so you know, I'm definitely not him. But
1 lap to green.
I mean, it's mystery.
Pass the 19 car.
All right, so it looks like we're in 4th. A couple of guys did say that people stayed out, so. I think we got a chance of this. And this guy behind me, this Gary May guy, whenever I just glance at the relative, I keep reading it as Greg Ray. And I just like... Greg Ray. Jokes. It says PTT. Not PIT. Anyways, will this be the final restart, or will we have one more? We'll be starting in 4th place here. Car up front, potentially on old rubber. This restart could get pretty interesting, as we'll inevitably go 12 wide in turn 1.
Get ready, going green. The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag. You're back in 4th position.
Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I was baited.
Middle, 3
I was
wide.
baited by a guy who baited everybody else. And we're going through the middle, boys.
Hold your line. Clear outside. 2 wide.
We're going through the middle, and we're going to end up going absolutely nowhere. Because we're going to end up exactly where we would have been anyways.
Fucking bullshit, man.
The yellow flag is out. Line up.
Woo!
File. Pit road is closed.
Woo! Woo! Okay, alright.
Yeah, nice bloody move when you go 2-1 and turn 1 on the restart. Really nice. Thanks.
I mean, it's fine up here. I mean, these guys in the back of the pack, I don't know what they're doing. I mean,
Whoever was in the middle or on the bottom side
Catch
took
the
me out.
18 car.
but that was a fail on my part there. You can only pass to the right on a restart, so therefore when you go to the left, that means everybody can pass you. You don't go to the left on the restart, stay to the right, because then they can't pass you. They have to slow down for you. So we will have one more restart here. We'll probably have, I'd guess, 2 to go, 3 to go, when we do get that restart.
Catch the 18 car. Catch the 18 car.
Hey, 5 cars. Hey, chance you could look at my front wing, please.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you guys are talking about the dirty visor. Like, I feel like I must be the only guy in iRacing who actually likes it when the visor is more dirty, because like it doesn't hinder me. But I know some people are like just like chronic tear off abuser and abusers that just like, oh no, there's a speck of dirt, tear off, and speck of dirt, tear off.
Pit road is now open.
I mean, I seriously feel like it's just extra free immersion. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Oh, Monster Energy got disconnected.
You've got 5 laps to go.
Yeah, we definitely got to go back, take a look at the some of the Carnage, as well as that 200 plus mile an hour swervy with assistance. So how's it going, guys? Oh yes, it's definitely going to be rip. I predict there's like a 5% chance that we actually survive this race from this position. It's going to No, no. What are you guys saying? Why are you guys saying no? No?
Catch the 18 car.
No, no? No? Refresh the page. I don't know. Y'all giving me heart attacks. You know, I'm talking about I don't think we're going to survive here. Then I just see a bunch of people typing F in the chat. And I'm like, oh no. They all know I'm going to die. But fortunately, it's just a stream. Stream doesn't matter. I mean, these guys are irrelevant. They don't know anything. It's about whether or not I get that precious I rating. Jokes.
One lap to green.
Alright, so what we're going to do here, we're going to double up Red Bull guy and the 3 car in turn 3. And that's going to get us 2 positions right there. And then we'll just blitz down the straightaway with the draft, and we'll get the 8 car into turn 1. That's definitely how this is going down. Like, definitely. And just let the record show that if that does actually happen, it is like Babe Ruth calling his shot, you know, and not just stretching his arm out and adjusting his sleeve. It's just definitely calling the shot. You stare off to save weight. I mean, I probably do have maybe an ounce of dirt on there. I mean, dirt and bug guts. Alrighty, we will have 3 to go at the stripe. Still 4th place. Hopefully this one will work better. Got to stay high. All right, I'm gonna do the unthinkable, guys. Whoop! Tear off, gone.
Get ready, going green.
Okay, what's the 8 doing here?
The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag.
All right, we're gonna be playing Draft Snake. It's time for everybody's favorite game, Draft Snake. By everybody, I mean not me, because I hate when people play Draft Snake. Come on, Slipstream, save me from this guy in the willpower car. So if we can get there. We had too much speed. Too much speed. Got there too quickly.
Inside. Still there. Clear.
Awareness, please.
Car inside. Keep high.
Please no damage. Please no damage.
Stay high. There's a car on the low side. The next car's the leader.
Guys?
Still there. Hold your line.
Guys? Got 2 to go.
Clear inside. Car inside.
No!
Clear inside. Clear. The next car's the leader.
The 3 car knows. He knows.
car's the leader. White flag. One more left to go. You're back in third. Keep hustling.
Alrighty. In it to win it. Let's do this.
The next car's the leader.
We're gonna be stuck.
Still there.
Woo! He just dumped him. He just dumped him. No! We still got third. Yeah, that was kind of lame right there. Like I was going, I was gonna go way to the top there. Like I just, whatever happens, happens. We'll run the fifth groove up there. It's our best shot, but that was definitely something right there. So Pocono.
Hey, at least you weren't the only one coming on the line, Kevin.
So Pocono,
I think I actually blew a tire.
Pocono New Edition apparently doesn't hate me, because if this was the old Pocono, I most certainly would have died like 7 times in this race, because that crap was pretty intense. But hey, I'll take it. Finish in third in car 13, get some of that I rating.
Okay, the race is over. Bring it on in.
Alrighty. I'll take it. Not a bad race. We finished the race with no right front wing. That's going to cause mild handling condition. So let's go ahead and take a look at the last section here. It was always going to be the dang Red Bull guy. Does anyone see a problem here? No. This was a problem. This is kind of a problem here. Yeah, I mean that was definitely netcode. I mean it definitely. I feel like. I mean, I'd have to go back and watch the stream, but I do feel like it looked worse in the race than what it actually was here. Like, during the race, it really did kind of look like he just got flat out dumped. But kind of disappointed that we didn't bring it home in second position. I mean. Although, why did this have to happen, man? Why did it have to happen? We probably wouldn't have got him anyways. We would have ended up finishing exactly where we ended up finishing. So, on to the Carnage Report Live Edition. Oh, joy. Which, I'm not sure if there's really a more efficient way to find the Carnage. But this is how I do it. Oh! Physics! Physics! Oh, goodness. Fucking iRacing, man, what the hell? This little bump just flying all over. Oh, goodness. So, that's how that guy went flying. He got iRacing. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and turn the camera around, take a look at that engine. I mean, you got that thing exposed, you know. I mean, look at it. Yeah, look at that. Honda confirmed. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Anyways, so that was that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the other half of that incident. Because while that was certainly hilarious in its own right, that was not the one we were paying attention to. I think it was these guys. Yeah, just... this guy here. Kind of got a sweet-looking car, gotta say. Yeah, it just bounces the wall, and you hit the wall in iRacing, you hit the safer barriers in particular. Here, it would just like ping-pong you out, and at that point, there was nothing he could do once he hit the wall. But man, I just gotta, I mean, we gotta do this. We're good old cockpit cam. Oh, goodness. I mean, just play this through your mind here. You just, oh goodness, they just wrecked. These guys are wrecking, and I am right in the middle of it. I'm gonna duck down to the left. Yoink! Best wreck avoidance ever. Best wreck avoidance ever. This is in it, you know, just gonna power on down the straightaway. Gonna be no problem. You know, it's asphalt. It can't be that bad. I mean, it's asphalt. And then iRacing takes over and is all like, no, 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 not in my house. Oh, man. As we go driving by there. That is some driven level shit right there. He must have driven over one of those, whatchamacallers, the manholes. It's a thing of beauty. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Na 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 na. I mean, you know, there's definitely something about wrecks in slow motion, I will say. Like, regardless of game or real life, like something oddly beautiful about the Carnage. So, where were we? That was the lap 4 wreck. Apparently we're in turbo mode. I didn't know you could get fast forward times 7, but apparently we just had fast forward times 7. That's not even possible, but we just did it. Oh boy, good old iRacing here, just totally going crazy. Oh wait, was this the one? Yeah, this is the one where he just ate the frickin'... Let's go ahead and watch this. Pancake the wall, and makes a beeline right into the fence. Yeah. And then the sounds got glitched. As you can probably hear, just... Oh boy, iRacing. Oh boy, you're doing a hell of a job. I tell you. All right, next one. Where is the next one? What was the next one? This was. I think the next one was the guy that stopped on the track, wasn't it? Whatever. We'll just use the lights on the back of the car. Oh, there's a guy. Let's see here. Looks like another victim of the wall. Looks like some good old Brazilian quality connection going on there. And just smash the wall, and then a passenger. Alright, so that was lap 19. This one... Yeah. Yep, the sounds are still glitched. Yep. Good job, buddy. Good job. Yeah. Well, you just had a caution. Caution for a guy just letting the field go on by. It's, you know, he obviously didn't mean it. I mean, that's neither here nor there. I think there's another one here. If I can find someone. Oh, yep. Think we found it. Think we found it. Off the top turnbuckle here. Just someone cued the Jim Ross. It's like bonk, F1 paint scheme. My God, that man has a family. Oh goodness. Oh goodness, man. Oh man. Good old iRacing crash physics just never change, please. And did you notice, like I mentioned, F1 paint scheme? We actually kind of double F1 paint scheme here, because this guy is clearly running an early 90s Williams-inspired livery. So, like, we'll count that as a half, and then we got the guy in the Haas car. I mean, we're at 1.5 F1 paint schemes in about 25, 30 feet right there. Death is 100% certain. I mean, it cannot be avoided that someone is going to end up in the Carnage report. Oh man, just a second here. You know, the fun thing with Carnage reports, you guys like never see this because you guys never have to see it, but sometimes you just find like a camera angle and it's just all like, dude. I think we just found one here. Because we should see like 9 cars just go launching from here. Oh man, never change iRacing. Never change. Oh joy. I think we gotta watch that again, guys. Slow motion. Let's do it. So everything's looking like it's gonna work out here. We'll go quarter speed here. That should be reasonably slow, but not too terribly long. That we're waiting 20 minutes for the wreck. I mean, F1 paint scheme there. He really didn't have anything to do with it. Although I'm still going to say that, you know, F1 paint scheme rules dictate that because he's running an F1 paint scheme on an Indy car, that I must blame him. Because you run an F1 paint scheme, that's what happens in the Indy cars. It's the darndest thing. Just look at that beautiful flip. Just thing of beauty. That blue car just straight through the wall. Straight to the fence. I mean, it's most realistic racing simulator ever, guys. Oh, and there goes the blue car. Just over the fence, and therefore he falls into the void, and that's the end of him. He just got ended by the void. Who was that? Who was it flipping into the void? Wasn't this guy, we know that much. He's got a blue car. Was it Anthony? Yeah, it was Anthony. Didn't recognize him without the Greg Moore skin there. Anyways. No, not that camera. No. Oh, come on. Really? Don't do this crap to me. Don't do this. Why you do this? Oh, I probably gotta turn this stuff back on. Yeah.
See, guys, I almost kind of sort of know what I'm doing.
Alrighty, boys, here we go. And then he's gone. Warp to pit road, just straight up pit road. I always just love it when you just end up out of the track or falling through the world and you just like get warped to pit road instantly. Just like, yep, done. You're done. Just game over. So it's I guess we do need to go back and take a proper look at that because I don't think we ever really took a reasonable overhead. We were too busy just having fun laughing at the carnage. I mean, the hot sky does. God dang it! We just got booted from the end of the session. That's what that was. So that was totally normal. Yeah, the hot sky gets too low. He drops 2 onto the apron, and so you know what? I initially said I didn't think the F1 paint scheme guy had anything to do with it, but I'm gonna say the F1 paint scheme guy had a lot to do with it, and not just because of F1 paint scheme, but he clipped the apron. Bad things happen. Happens to everyone, but you know, nothing good happens when you clip the apron at 200 plus miles an hour. So, anyways, that was that. That was a interesting race. I feel like it kind of was a little anticlimactic, but you know, it's pretty fun, pretty enjoyable, and I think that's gonna end it here. So I do have to work in the morning tomorrow, and I do want to actually get some extra sleep for once. So we'll go ahead and roll that final 2 laps here, and at the end I'll call it a day for the stream. So. Alrighty, someone mentioned in the chat that I have to go back find that lap where I got bonked in the rear by the monster guy. So to do that, the easiest way will be to figure out where the monster guy is and figure out when he's in proximity to us. Alright, there he is. Does anybody know what lap that was on? Well, there he is, right. Yep, that's us right in front of him. Alright, turbo replay, go! Wasn't that early on, was it? It couldn't have been that early on. Yeah, because we weren't even up there. So it was after lap 13. Where's the guy? There he is. Alright, so there's where we get by him. That's something right there. No, not there. think it's here. Don't mind me. Just Tokyo drifting. You know, we're only doing 20 miles an hour there. I mean, that's hashtag car control. Totally nothing to do with the, you know, 2,000 pounds of downforce this thing probably has in this configuration. And then nothing to do with that. I mean, we clearly are leaving. We're leaving our 11s on the road, so we're definitely, that's sheer car control. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.